And
Those are you'll have to play through the tutorial before you can get into multiplayer.
Okay.
I
I gotta find
recommend
where it
starting off on
shows.
easy. Don't
Okay.
go to normal.
Okay.
all right, yeah, we should be good to go. All right, there we go. So Dale, thoughts so far?
This is a whole different animal compared to Hunter Call of the Wild.
I agree.
Completely different.
Yes. In fact, I find it hard to say, like better or worse. I just think of them as two completely different games. Uh, and what I'm really interested in
Here,
is your like.
here's my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, to me, this one is a lot more realistic.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Now, I love Hunter Call of the Wild. You know this.
Yep.
But Hunter Call of the Wild, after playing this, would be considered a teaching tool to teach
Yes.
somebody who's never hunted how
Yeah.
to hunt.
I totally agree. I to.
This one, on the other hand, is as close to realistic as I've seen in a long time in hunting games.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, have you put enough time in it yet to have an opinion on, I guess, coming across animals, these spooking animals, like
Dude, they spook so easy and so quickly on here. It's
yes,
unreal.
yes, and because I get the sense. My feeling is because they'll be like right. You know what? Let me back up a second here. Okay, so for me, I always have my hunter sense on, which
I do too. I have to.
exactly. Okay, so and that gets me to another thing that I forgot to ask because this is an easy one. What do you think looks
Hmm.
better? What game looks better? Call of the Wild or Way of the Hunter? Just in
I'm
general.
going to have to give it to Way of the Hunter in general.
Okay, see, I changed. I think Call of the Wild now because I put more time into it than you have yet. But but that's how I started. But then well, actually that's not true. I gave it to Call of the Wild by a hair, and now I give it to Call of the Wild by like a foot. I mean, don't get me wrong. Way of the Hunter is gorgeous, but like right now, I'm looking. Next time you're in Call of the Wild, look at the clouds in Call of the Wild. They're so much more realistic. Like I know that matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I just, anyways.
Yeah.
But that's like subjective. Okay, we got that out of the way. But back to like hunting. So I've had experiences where I get like lucky, and there's a herd of something 150, 200 meters away
Hmm.
that aren't aware of me, and I have a clear sight line, and I can take a good shot. And there's other
Hmm.
times when, even with my hunter sense, you'll get like a symbol, like an animal sound a couple hundred meters away. So I start crouching, because that's a thing that's hard to if you're coming from Call of the Wild, you can't just run willy nilly. You just
No.
you just can't. But even walking and crouching, like it'll say like 220 meters away, and I start walking and or crouching, and then
Yeah.
they spook at like and because they're on the other side of a little hill, I can't even see them,
Hmm.
and so I get the feeling that the game really, like you were saying, kind of like in realistic terms, is you're gonna have probably better luck just happenstance getting a good shot than you are to because it's really hard to sneak up on animals in this game of
It is. I agree. It's hard.
you know um and
The reason I think they made it that difficult is because even in real life, if you're trying to sneak up on a deer when you're hunting, it'll scent you and it will run once you get so close.
yeah,
It
yeah,
won't let you get too close to it.
right, yeah, no, I get
And
that,
that's what they've nailed on this one,
yeah.
in my opinion.
And then the other thing that I do think is weird that they don't have um like the current track of the animal that you just came like you spook a herd, like I would think you spook an animal, but you kind of know the general part where you saw it run away from, you go there and you can pick up its tracks. This game doesn't have like current tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and that I think is a weird choice.
Well,
Um,
you got to think, if you're out in the wild, are you going to know where the current track is of a wild animal?
well, that's my okay. See, that's where you got me because I wouldn't really know. But in my mind, like I think if I see, and again, it's kind of distance, I would think. But like, say if you see an animal at a location and you mark, in your mind, like okay, next to the big boulder or whatever, you get the general kind of area in your mind. You go to that
Mm-hmm.
point, and the one thing that I'm not taking into account is how far a deer can jump. So,
Mm-hmm.
but if
I've seen them clear 6 foot fence. I've seen a deer clear a 6 foot fence in a single
right,
jump.
right. But in my mind, and again, it depends on terrain, conditions, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I would think that in most like forest cases, you could find the track. It jumps. You kind of maybe you saw the general direction. It jumped in, and you kind of fan out, and but I would think it would leave some sort of track in dirt or mud or whatever. But anyways,
Not all tracks are going to be in mud. You got to think there's rocks and
right, right.
trees and everything else.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. But again, like I said, that's one thing that I think is, it's a major difference in the games.
Oh
And
God, yeah.
and and anyways, but like I said, I started to not think of it in terms of like one is good and one is bad. It's like one is just more realistic, and
Mm-hmm.
the other one, and it's so weird. Where when I first got Call of the Wild, it was really hard, and now it's really easy. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you about was your bullet placements. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little different. I don't know if it's the physics of the bullets, but
It's actually threw in the physics and wind direction, which makes it harder to actually hit long distance shots.
yeah, yeah. Okay, good. That wasn't just in my mind. Um,
No.
and what else was there that was? Oh, well, I'll probably think of it again here shortly because we'll be playing the game. But yeah, it is it, it's I think if you
Very.
like that kind of challenge, it's a very
Mhm.
enjoyable game.
Yeah, it's got some extreme challenges.
Oh, another thing I noticed was that you can use an improper rifle, but the animal won't lose trophy rating because of it. If it's a 5-star animal, you might get a 1 or 2 star ethical rating, but the animal itself, if you want to put it in your lodge, will remain a 5-star,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah,
nice.
and that's a good thing too. But what it's basing it on is instead of like trophy rating on this game,
Right.
yeah, you got your 5 star, but if you use the wrong weapon, you're destroying meat. It's
Right.
going on the meat
Right.
instead of the weight.
Right. And that affects how much money you earn from it too.
Uh
And
huh.
it can be significant. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like that. Um, also, what do you think about the conveniences that Called Wild has, like having your tent and being able to um, access your storage locker like that? Because with this one, you have your Jeep, but Jesus, you can't use that Jeep and hunt at the same time.
No, that's one thing that's a little difficult is being able to use your vehicles. How were you able to create your character? Or do you look
Oh,
like you've created a character?
no, no, no. There's 3 templates. There's that one, this one, and a girl. I was gonna go with the girl, but I think she's ugly, so I
Gotcha.
went with this one. Which I know that doesn't sound right, but I didn't like the I don't know. That isn't something in Call of the Wild. I play as a woman hunter in Call of the Wild, and that's a pretty ugly model.
I mean, granted, this game's gonna have its bugs because you got to think how fresh it is. The
Yeah,
game's only what got 3 updates so far.
right. You know what? I also wanted so. Okay, this is kind of weird, but when I look at the map, I'm seeing my map. Like I've got all the outposts and campsites unlocked. Cause I was
Interesting, because all I'm seeing is my section of map,
okay. Do you
the
know what?
Cottonwood area.
Can you do me a favor? Can you? It's been so long now, but like, does it show? Well, you know what? Put a marker down on your map, and I just want to see if it shows up on my map.
All right, let's put a marker there.
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't show up on my map. Do I see it in the world? I don't. Cause see, what I was thinking is like, I wonder if I could, while you're hunting, just go to different campsites and stuff and unlock them for you. But I guess I can't do that.
No, I think they fixed it to where you actually have to buy the areas.
Some of them. There's 4 zones that you can earn through the game challenges or buy the license to hunt on them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the other thing that I had thought about with this game, it's not really fair, but I think if someone was trying to decide between each game, you would also have to factor in the fact that how old is Call of the Wild? It's like 5 years, and it's got all these maps and guns and different
Mm-hmm.
DLC that you can get for about the same price as the deluxe edition of this game, the Diamond Edition of Call of the
You got to
Wild.
factor in too
But this is just starting off,
is
so
yeah, it's just starting off.
so
From what
yeah,
I'm seeing between the two of them is this one is for designed around people who have hunted before and know
right,
the basis of how to actually hunt. And Call of the Wild is more of teaching you the basics.
yes, yes,
So if you're got any kind of experience, even growing up squirrel hunting, you'll get the general idea of what they got going on here.
right.
I'll be right back, y'all. Excuse me a minute.
Okay.
right, I'm back in. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay.
I went off to another part of the map because it. I was thinking, you know what, this game is probably better for us to be individual than walking
Mm-hmm.
around together. But anyways, it looks like I just got a mule deer.
Nice. Oh, you're way over there. Okay. Something wasn't agreeing with me. I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
It happens. Oh, and what did you think of the story mission so far?
I'm stuck on one right now. I'm stuck on Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
I thought I got a good clean shot in on it, and apparently I didn't. So kind of threw me off there a little bit. That's what I meant about shot placement earlier.
Oh, and also too the kill cam. What do you think about that and the information it
I
gives you?
like I like that information. I like how it does that.
And I think I know what you're gonna say, and I think we feel the same way about this. What do you think about the oh shit. Now I lost my train of thought. I was doing something here. Oh, the herd management system.
That's pretty good. It's actually kind of realistic.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, why is this not? Oh man.
I did get a new weapon. I'm just in the middle of getting the decent scope pitched around.
Yeah, yeah. The the pricing and that kind of stuff I don't feel is too terrible, but
Hmm?
but it is a little daunting right at first because you are extremely limited. Oh man. It
I found that the what I would consider the sweet spot is about 100 yards in the beginning for kills.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, that's still like that for me. 100, 150. I have made longer shots. Some of the challenges that you have to do involve, 400 meters and such like that. Um, but yeah, I, in fact, that's the same for me in Call of the Wild. About 100, 150 meters is my sweet spot for that sort of thing. Yeah,
And I noticed when you're moving, your scope will actually lean.
Oh wow, I don't know if I noticed that.
What I mean by aim through your sight and start moving left or right, and you'll see what I mean.
Okay, give me a sec.
Notice how your sights actually move left and right with you if you
Oh,
move real quick.
oh, not yet. I thought I knew where an elk zone was, but I guess I was wrong about that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that in just a second.
Interesting trail here. And I got a heart shot.
Okay, sorry that took me so long. Let's see here. With my. And also, what do you think about the pull to hold? Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Now, what were you asking?
When you aim, it's like you just toggle the trigger. You don't have to hold it down.
I like that because you actually have to hold for your breath, and it's pretty close to the same area for.
Yeah. Well,
Like that's not a joystick.
well, that's what I was going to say. Like well, it'll be interesting when you go back to Call of the Wild to see what you think because like I almost changed the controls to the to Call of the Wild to match this, but the thing of it is the reason why because at first I changed it to where I had to hold down the left trigger, but yeah, hold your breath is RB, I mean LB, and I can't hold the left trigger and LB because I got the elite trigger and I'm so used to using my fingers on the paddles that it's not that's not doable for me. I mean, I don't mind it. It's kind of nice actually to be free of having to hold the left trigger, but when I go back and forth, it does like so many times I start to bring the binoculars to my eyes and Call the Wild, but then drop it because I forget. Like, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta hold the trigger.
There's some more signs of blood here.
I do wish that in this game they had the need zone times on the symbols instead of having to go to the encyclopedia and look up the animal and find the times for their need zone.
That's more the way they're trying to be more realistic with it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I would say as far as that goes, the only thing I would think I would like to see this game adapt to is having a tent that you can do your storage stuff. Because yeah, you can use your Jeep, but you definitely have to strategize like where you're going to place your Jeep if you're going to go back and forth. And
I'll give you that. Yeah, I kind of wish they were tents in here. Because even under normal hunting situations, hunters do tend to keep a tent and keep extra supplies on it.
right.
Maybe have the tent with just storage instead of being able to purchase things.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is in Call of the Wild. You can't buy things. Maybe bullets you can buy.
You can buy all your equipment out of your tent.
About your weapons and your equipment. Because like I said, having that Jeep, sure. and also the ability to fast travel back to that tent after you've tracked down an animal is a really nice convenience. Unrealistic, but but they already have fast travel to the campground, so
Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that.
Doesn't seem like a big concession to make. But yeah, for the most part, I would say that I'm really happy to have two different types of games with two different experiences.
What the hell is that? Still getting plenty of blood, but is it hard to track?
Oh, that was another thing I wanted to ask you. Okay, so real quick, one thing that I've found for myself when I'm tracking the blood, if you okay, so yeah, whatever.
You're looking at the blood, you got a big splatter with a small streak.
Right. Because like what I'll do is it'll like, I don't know how to say it, but it'll like pulse when it illuminates, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of see the following tracks. I think it's a little dependent on how much they're bleeding, because if they're bleeding
Mm-hmm.
kind of a lot, you'll see the line. It's almost like a line, and then can
Mm-hmm.
follow that. And then if you get lost, like, see, sometimes I'll be following the blood trail, and then I lose it. So I go back to the last one
Mm-hmm.
I saw, and then I just wait for it to like pulse again. And sometimes it can be hard to see where it is, but
Oh yeah.
that's what I do as far as like, because it's. I feel like it is something you need to adapt to. I think you'll get better at it the more that you play it. But right at the beginning, or like sometimes I'll remember where I shot the animal, because it doesn't seem to happen so much now, but before, because I learned how to. Oh, that's right. Because I learned to leave a marker where where I shot the animal. um, but but yeah, it's like it was hard to find a lot of times the initial blood splatter.
That's what took me so long in the tutorial, because I literally hunted and tracked and hunted and tracked. I'm like, where is the blood?
Uh huh. Yeah.
And I realized how realistic they were getting with it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But like I said,
Oh, wow.
if you found, because there's one time where I would say the first half of the blood trail was really easy, and then it ran into like a fallen log, and I couldn't
So
see
the
where
reason
the
this
blood.
one was so hard to track is the only thing I hit was a neck artery. That
Oh,
explains why this one was hard to track.
gotcha. Yeah, because that one they'll travel far.
Oh, yeah. I traveled 304 yards tracking
Wow.
artery shot. I got mine set up for yards instead of meters.
I don't know why I stick with meters. Because I guess I'm a dirty socialist.
It's just one of those things that I kind of prefer the yardage over meters, because that's what I grew up learning
Yes, exactly.
when it come to hunting.
Because it's funny you should say that, because I guess I'm kind of just more comfortable with this sort of thing being in meters. Um,
Hmm.
and it might be just kind of like watching the Olympics a lot. You know.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I just know when I was little and my uncle first took me hunting, he always taught me in yards.
Yeah, makes sense. We're in America.
Hmm. Of course, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so speak to whitetail.
Yeah, because it's. Well, okay, so going kind of back to what we were talking about earlier with not leaving fresh tracks, how do you feel? Because it does seem like you kind of need to stalk very slowly and kind of hope that you get that semi-accidental clear shot. Um,
This is more of you need extreme patience to keep up with the game.
yeah. And the need zones are not as clockwork like in Call of the Wild. Like I've gone to plenty of need zones ahead of time and no one shows up.
Well, the thing you got to do is when you're looking at them, you got to look. Is it one they go to often, or is it one they go rarely to?
Right, exactly. You are exactly correct about that. And I've gotten a little bit better. Because sometimes I'll just spend time if I find like a pathing trail, like because like
Hmm.
say you stumble across a need zone of any sort, well, there's going to be a pathing trail that they show those tracks, and you
Mm-hmm.
can follow that to another need zone. And I,
Now, I will tell you one thing they did add. I don't know if you noticed, but if you come across where a deer has droppings, it will actually show you how long it's been since the deer has been through there.
yes, yeah,
So they did leave that in as realistic as they could.
which makes sense, because that's what I guess
Hmm.
trackers do, you know.
Yep. That's the only way you're going to know if you're close to an animal or not is the droppings. You're never really going to see which direction the tracks are going in.
Gotcha.
Because deers in particular are notorious for going back and forth over the same path. They will actually wear a path out
Oh wow.
unless they're spooked and forced to go elsewhere.
Right. Also, too, with the droppings, uh, if they're, do they have odor? Like, if they're really, really, like you just,
No,
okay,
no. You would think, but no. The only way to tell if that deer has dropped like within 2 minutes of where you're at, it's going to sound gross. Put your hand down there, see if you feel heat.
yeah, yeah, and I'm
That's the
sure if
only
it,
way you're going to know how fresh it is.
right, and I'm sure if it looks even semi-old, you'll crumble it up, or
Mm-hmm.
see how cakey or dry it is, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So also too, I noticed they did release a trailer for the new map. They don't, as
Mm-hmm.
far as I know, they haven't shown a date, but they are adding a crossbow,
Interesting.
and it's going to be in Alaska.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
And
They're
and it,
starting to follow a little bit of the Call of the Wild setup.
yeah, yeah,
Because while Call of the Wild started two maps,
right,
it was the big two. It was Layton, followed by Hurstville.
right.
Their first introduction map was Medved.
And from what I saw, the new map here, I think it's called Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, I would it's how do I say this? I, I would it's more in line with Yukon than Medved.
Mm. So they're going with more of a Alaskan theme
Yes, yes,
than tundra themed.
correct. And I would also say too, another thing that I think is, I think the callers lure the animals in significantly more in this game than Call of the Wild.
I've been using the doe collar a little bit, and I notice it does, if you haven't spooked them, it does lure them in.
Right. They do
But if
need to
you
be
spooked
calm.
them,
Yeah, it won't settle them down.
whereas in Call of the Wild, it actually.
Like at first, I was like, how do I even know like the animal I shot is the one that I called in? And that might sound kind of stupid, but like now, especially now that I've gotten my my second tier level and I can call in Well, you know what? Let me backtrack. Because some, like I think with like the red deer call, it will in the first tier will call in weak males. Because at first I was like, well, if I have to do herd management, and this deer caller only calls in females, then I'll be killing all the females and I'll be hurting my herd. So I got one or two with that, and then I noticed, like with the, I think even the moose will, can't remember. Either way, I got calls that called in weak males, so I could get the number up, and you can see them come in, like walking to you, um,
Mm-hmm.
and that helped a lot as far as getting that call leveled up to getting the second tier of calls. I haven't gotten to the third tier, but the third tier doesn't seem that strong. Or I mean that it's not that great. In fact, let me look. What is that? Um, where do I want to go? Character. Encyclopedia. Okay, the roe deer collar has a decent third tier. This is the deer grunt. Okay, yeah. So with those two, the deer grunt and the roe deer, it's like young bucks attracts low fitness males, and then on the third tier, it attracts high fitness males. And then like the red deer only has two. Boar has three. Ducks have one. Goose have one. Jackrabbit has two. Moose has three. Yeah, so there's not even that many callers that have three tiers. So I'm just not as on fire to get the third tier as I was to get the second tier.
I got you.
Man, I spooked. I couldn't quite tell if they were elk or deer. I probably won't get them either because the wind is blowing exactly the direction they went. I do like that they show you that cloud in the map. You can visibly see your scent and how far it's going.
Oh, did I shoot that too far? I'm a zero wrong. I think I had my zero wrong on that one.
Oh, and you know what else? Something else that I didn't know. I saw this somewhere. I didn't realize it on my own, but if you're looking through your scope, it'll show you the distance, so you can adjust your scope through your scope. I mean, you can see where you're at and change it. You don't have to go from your binoculars to your scope to your binoculars, whatever. But it will also show you if your gun is ethical or not. Like the jewel number will turn yellow. Like the first number, when you're looking down scope, it'll show you the distance, and then the number below it will show you the jewels. And if they're yellow, then you know you're using the right rifle. And the other thing too, this does go into not having multiple rifles or more than two rifles. Is if you're using a tier 6 rifle, if you're far enough away, you can ethically shoot a 5-tier animal.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the opposite is true. If you're close enough with a low tier, You could shoot a higher tier, ethically.
There we go. My next two biggest purchases that I'm going to work on getting are a new rifle and a new scope.
Let's
Don't
see.
get me wrong, the 243 is an okay rifle, but it don't have nearly enough power.
Gotcha. Yeah. Right now, I've got for my 5 tier rifle is the Remington 1903 with
Mm-hmm.
the Overguard 3x15 times 50 scope, and then I've got the Steyr Carbon 6 tier with the same scope. The other thing too that I think is weird that there's 2 binoculars but 3 binocular slots, and I
They're probably going to introduce a night vision style scope.
yeah, you're probably right. But I also think it's weird that you have to have multiple binoculars instead of just being able to adjust distance with the one pair. But
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I miss my tripod. I want my high chair in this game.
Back across the water here. No, I got a lot, and the question is, where did it go? Nice.
All right, got another mule deer. Hopefully it will let me claim my kill this time. I couldn't claim the last one. It kind of glitched in halfway into the ground,
Mm,
and it just wouldn't. The body disappeared, but I didn't get my money for it or the credit for the kill. So hopefully this one will
that's
work.
weird.
Oh, and I forgot to leave a mark. Where? I hope I can find the body. I guess I could always go into photo mode and try to find it.
There we go. Okay. Not this way.
Oh, nope. Dag nabbit.
There we go.
Okay, where is my...
Crossing the water is the hardest thing to do when it comes to figuring out where an animal went to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I do like there's better water crossing in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is terrible. I don't know where that. I don't. Where
It
did
was
I?
a little hat, but I got it.
Where did I shoot this deer?
The one thing that I struggle with the most on this is using a shotgun. I cannot shoot pheasant to save my life. Even on Hunter Call of the Wild, I can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. I which one are you using, by the way?
Don't even know which shotgun it
Is
is.
it the
I
pump
think it's like
action?
the first one. Yeah, I think it's a pump action.
Yeah, cause there's a couple of like, I think there's a what is it like a over under double
Okay, yeah,
barrel.
over under birch out.
Um, I started with the pump action because I think it gives you 5 shells.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right now I'm using a side by side double barrel. What do they call it? Break action or whatever.
Yeah, break, single break or something like that.
Um,
That's for single shots, single break.
yeah, but yeah, it's definitely one of those more you use it. It's because you can't. I don't know. I think it's because you can't use a scope. It's a little hard getting used to the iron sight and like where your bucks or buckshots going. Man, ah, I'm never gonna find this deer. I totally forgot to put a marker down when I shot it. And there's a need zone here, and so the large yellow flashing from that, I keep thinking, oh, there it is. Like, no, it's just the need zone. Okay.
One thing I haven't seen yet, but I have found a need zone for, is bear.
Okay, what about it now?
I've found a need zone for a bear, but I
Oh,
haven't seen them in the game yet.
oh, gotcha.
That'd make for an interesting hunt.
Dude, I I stumbled into a 4-star brown bear one time. On the Transylvania map, I did find a good need zone, and they show up there regularly. Um, but yeah, it took a long, long time, and I don't think I've even. I don't think I've
I've got a
seen a
need
really
zone on
good
this map.
moose.
I got a need zone on this map for bear. Yeah, I got a feed zone in the top corner of my section, like pretty close to where you are, actually. There's American black bear in that area.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the same one, but I do see a marker that's just north of me. Like due.
This one would be southwestish
Oh wow.
or
Oh wait, yeah.
southeastish, southeast,
Southeast.
something like that. Down towards where Hollywood is. I've got a need zone for that.
Oh wow. Where? Okay, where am I? Oh, all right. Yeah. See. Okay, now I got you. Because I thought I was a little more north of Hollywood, but yeah, I think I see the one you're talking about. It's hard to tell since I guess I'm looking at my map.
Mm-hmm. I thought that rock was something.
Yes, I hate that. Man, I fell for about 6 different rocks last night in Call of the Wild. Cause yeah, when you're not looking through your binoculars at distance, Just sometimes the way the lights shining on it or not.
You're like, ooh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I'm reduced to like trying to make like a grid path. Like I'm trying to find a missing kid.
It's like, where did it go?
Oh my god. I'm about to give up, but I don't want to give up.
When you about give up hopes when you'll find it.
Exactly. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I was like I forgot how to go into photo mode, but I remember now. I think I need to. Let's see here. If I hit this button, yeah, photo mode. Whoops, wrong way.
I do think they got some of the shading and shadowing a little off on the game, but for the most part, it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's a nice looking game. Um, and that's why, like, after about a week or so, I'll be curious to see what you think. You may feel the same, or you might change your mind. Because I definitely, like I said, it just seems weird to say because it's not to say anything bad about this game's look, but I think I like Call of the Wild better, or I think it looks a little bit better. But this is no slouch either.
See, I grew up in a lot of mountains and forest area, and they actually have gotten some detail in that surprise you, especially if you're looking at the bark on the trees.
Yeah, see, that's funny because that is one of the things that changed my mind was that I went back into Call of the Wild and the bark just looked just a little bit more real, less like a skin on top of, like from distance. Like if you're looking a little close, uh, probably
Hmm.
on both games you could probably see that, but I feel like I notice it more in this game than in Call of the Wild. But again, like I think that's just kind of in the eye of the beholder, you know.
Hmm. I don't know,
I still can't find this
shrubbery and
stupid
stuff,
beer.
some of the shrubbery and stuff on Call of the Wild, you can still see like 2-dimensional, not quite 3-dimensional.
Yes, yeah, I agree. The other thing that I did, it took me a little while to factor into it, was that, oh yeah, that's right, I'm on Hunter Sense. Because if you take Hunter Sense off, it brightens it up, and there's a slight vignette when you're in Hunter Sense
Mm-hmm.
that sort of pixelates the view a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're both really good looking games. The water is much better in this game.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Oh my god, I'm tempted to just go back to my stream, rewind it a little bit, and see.
Be like, hey, where did I shoot this thing at?
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh,
It's
you can
amazing how quickly and easily you could lose.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I haven't played the game in a couple of weeks. Just kind of not for any reason, just how it just happened that way. Um, and yeah, that's like such a rookie mistake of not leaving that marker down when I shot it. Partly it was because it was an instant kill. It's like, oh, surely I'll see the blood, the yellow flashing.
And then you get down there and you're like, wait a minute, where'd it go?
Exactly, because everything now looks exactly the same. And I didn't take note of where I was. Like I shot across this body of water, but I don't remember exactly where I was. So what I did is I went to the opposite bank and kind of guesstimated where I was, because I knew I was about 200 meters. The shot was about 200, 220 meters. And so I'm trying to... So yeah, so when I'm standing on the opposite bank, sort of guesstimating where I was standing, and I look through my binoculars, I'm at 139 meters. So if I turn 180 degrees and just walk straight ahead, I should find it more or less in a cone shape, But I'm not. And like I said, part of the problem is there's this other need zone here, and it is, in fact, there's a couple of different need zones here, and so where I think I'm seeing the flash of the kill spot, it's actually just a need zone for something else. Alright. Well, I'm going to change my grid. I don't know if this was a direction, but just to make it easy, instead of going east to west, west to east, I'm going north to south, south to, south to north.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I know why! My deer's floating through the air! Moving! That's why oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, hold on. What time, where are we at? We're just at 61 minutes into the stream. So after we're done, if you ever want to see what I'm talking... Now I lost it because I was looking at... Oh, there it is. Oh my god. And now it landed on the ground. It landed... Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was going crazy. I guess I was going crazy, but that's what... The animal was just levitating through the air. And then as I got closer and closer to it, it kind of just landed on the ground. Oh my god. Okay, so let's see here. It was a 202 meter shot. Just like I said, 220 meter, 220. Left lung, right lung. 5-star rating, 1-star trophy rating. Oh my god, it says tracking time 1 hour, 9 minutes, 7 seconds. I wonder if it was the first one I killed and it didn't give it to me. Maybe. Let's see. Will it let me sell it? Nope. I guess the game's just bugging out. The multiplayer. Yeah, see, same thing happened. The now the animal has disappeared, but I don't get any credit for it.
You want to start up a multiplayer that way it'll work for you, or
I'm sorry, what was that now?
you want to set up your multiplayer
No,
so
no,
it'll work for
no,
you?
no, not at all. Not at all. This is totally
Okay.
fine. I did play this game with somebody else. Yeah, but they did come into my map. So I don't know. I don't know because they were getting credit for their kills. That's what I. Yeah. So it just must be like a glitch.
Yeah,
It's just glitching out or.
I was in a random person's lobby and I was getting credits for my kills as well.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a glitch. I don't really care. If anything, I do just need the practice of getting reacquainted to the game. See, then what's weird is all these need zones I'm finding. They're what's the wording here? Let me see here. Okay, so it's a gray wolf need zone, and the frequency of use almost never. But I found a deer one, and it was the same thing, almost never. I mean, maybe. Oh, that's right. That's two gray wolf need zones. There was a feeding zone, and now this drinking zone, and then there was a mule deer need zone that I discovered that was never.
Interesting. I actually found some blackberry tracks.
Oh, you know what you were? I meant to mention this when you were talking about your troubles with Hollywood. There's on the Transylvania map. There's a thing where a mission where you need to kill a deer that has. Oh, there's a bear, black bear, 1 star. Um, that has a rifle stuck in its antlers. But the thing of it is they don't represent a red deer with a rifle in its antlers. You have to just keep killing red deers until you get, I mean, it gives you an area of where to hunt for this red deer. And excuse me. And so yeah, I kept looking for a red deer with a rifle in its antlers, and none of them did. And then I finally killed the one that I was supposed to because it said mission accomplished.
Hmm. I mean, it showed up saying it was Hollywood. I just messed up my shot on the background.
And another thing that I got mad at myself about was that I don't think there's no option to not taxidermize Hollywood because he goes into your trophy case. But there's another one where you hunt a black ram, a black sheep, black mountain lion, something like that. Never thought about it. I should have saved it for my trophy lot. I just like, all right, got it, sell it, bang. I was so hungry for money to buy gear and guns that and then it wasn't until after the fact I was like, oh, I should have taxidermized that. They did just add albino animals, but I'm not sure. I don't remember what it was. I think it's only one species, if I remember correctly.
I think it may have been the deer species. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, I'll hit you up later, alright? It's been fun, though.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, bud.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, I just shot a black bear, a brown bear. I'm not sure which. Oh, wait. This time I can see the bloodstream. I'm leaving a
circling
marker.
around to you somehow here. close to where you're at right now.
All right, let's see what's. Oh man, where's the best square area to cross this water? Right there. Fortunately, there's like a little land type bridge.
I'm actually not getting any calls or anything up here.
Oh my god, this game is deadly with the like like going hours without seeing anything.
Mm-hmm. Got to think what time it is in game too, though.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right. It's and again it goes into that realism, you know. Um,
It's noon right now, so that means till about 1 o'clock ain't nothing gonna be stirring around.
now
2 o'clock.
one thing, and I think Call of the Wild kind of suffers a little bit from this also, and it must be hard, you know, when they're making the challenges and what to do. But like, I think I'm on the third level of a particular mission to unlock a region in Transylvania, and
Mm-hmm.
and the requirement is to kill a 3-star European hare. And I'm telling you, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I shot, and this is how I got good with the shotgun. Was like, dude, okay. So there was another challenge where you had to kill 16, right? Well, I killed like
Mm-hmm.
22 of those guys, and I still haven't hit a 3-star European hare. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on here, man? Um, I like I said, it's tough. I kind of don't like that sort of RNG thing, you
Oh,
know.
one thing.
But I
One
mean,
thing is, it's gonna be super rare to find a 3-star rabbit.
right? And it's just like, come on, guys, man. Because like with Hollywood, they give you Hollywood. You know what I mean? It's just,
Mm-hmm.
or like with the Black Sheep, they just give you the, or in Call of the Wild too, they give you that Phantasma wolf or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, why can't they just give me the freaking rabbit I need? All right, let's see. So the black bear, wait, yeah, American black bear, flesh, left lung, right lung, 177 meters, 5-star rating, 1-star trophy.
Yeah, I need to fast travel back.
Okay, set. Yep, same thing. Yep, animal disappeared, and I get nothing. And again, not complaining. I'm just stating the game is glitching out for me. I hope, because I was telling my buddy who was playing this with me, on my map. I was like, you know what? They should do something where every kill that
There
you,
is 3-player.
yeah,
I got somebody else in here.
well, every kill that you get should go. Every kill the visitor gets, like 1% or something, should go to the map owner.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, I don't like that idea." And
I'm resetting the time for
oh,
us.
okay. I was like, "Why does it say rest in 51:54?" I was like, "Oh, okay." That makes sense. I was like, I don't recall ever getting a message telling me I needed to go to sleep.
Now it's just me resetting the time.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go to the bathroom myself this time. I'll be right back.
Alright, sounds good, bud. 6,000. Say 7.
All right, I'm back. Oh, you know what?
All
It
right.
sent me back to the lodge, and I don't care. It's fine. I just did not expect that. I thought I would just be in the same spot I was at.
I
What?
seen that you were at the lodge. I was like, oh, you must have fast traveled.
Um. Nope. Just well, I did. just just didn't mean
Just not on
to. Not on purpose.
not on purpose.
Oh, the other thing too. I realized, like I said before, I don't mind not getting these kills. I mean, they're memorialized on YouTube, so if I ever need to
Hmm.
prove myself, watch the videotape. But what hurts is, and this what I was hoping to get. I'm like 4,000 short of the new vehicle, and I realized I should tell you. I think you have to go to the Microsoft store, Xbox store, whatever you want to call it. Go to Way of the
Hmm.
Hunter and go down to the
Hmm.
DLCs, and you can download it from there. It's like a what do they call those
Free
things?
pack, yeah, I already got it.
The
The
UTC.
free DLC. Yeah, the UTC
Oh, okay.
pack.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're $39,999, and I'm like at
Uh,
36,000.
do you want to hunt your map?
No, no, don't worry about it, man. Don't. It's no big deal. I'm
I
just.
don't mind because, like I said, right now I realize how much cash I need to get, and I'm a long ways away.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. No, 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 we're fine. I just, honestly, I just don't want to go through the rigmarole. We're already streaming. I don't want to,
Gotcha.
go through all that. Um, and who knows? Maybe it will give me credit later. You know, we'll find out. But what am I? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. So it is not adding to my dollars. But anyways, yeah, like I said, it's a nice. Like I haven't touched this game in probably 2 weeks. I got Mad Max, and oh my god,
Okay.
I couldn't stop playing that game. The game is so good. I am kind of kicking myself that I haven't played it until now.
Interesting.
Have you played it before?
Uh-uh. No, I never
Oh
played it.
man, it is so good. Um, in fact, the thing of it is I remember when it came out, I was kind of interested in it. Wasn't you know, I don't know. It was it looked fine or whatever, and kind of forgot about it. But then, just in the last couple of months, yeah, I would say since beginning of the year, I've seen like 2 or 3 videos of people saying like either, "Wow, I never tried Mad Max before," or it's like an extremely underrated game that people should play. And so I saw it was like $20. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And you know, who knows? Maybe you may not like it, but I was like instantly hooked. It was just so good. And I was about to say part of the reason that I do like it is that there isn't like a difficulty slider. It's just one difficulty, um,
Hmm.
and it's
Um,
and it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like Elden Ring or Dead Souls or whatever. Nothing like that.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm putting myself through brutal right now. I'm getting back into Dark Souls 3.
because I call the
I'm
WOTH.
actually running it on easy, my server,
Uh huh.
because I shot a deer on normal. It left me bleed 2 blood splatters, and it was vital blood, lung blood, and I couldn't find nothing else. I actually had to downgrade to easy.
Oh wow. Now, one thing I did read, I don't know if this has been fixed or not, but there was like I guess a glitch where it was actually easier. Like I'm on adventure, but
Mm-hmm.
that hunter, the next level up, it's almost like they got them flip flopped. Like like the E.
I think they fixed that.
Okay, because I haven't tried that going up to hunter and seeing if it, because I thought, well, you know what? Yeah, it's hard, it's difficult, but I'm not gonna get better, or like I don't. Yeah, I just felt like I should just, because yeah, either they're gonna fix it or whatever, but I should just get used to it. And I don't think I'm ever gonna go up to ranger because that's too much. No hunter sense, no nothing. Uh,
Just okay. Good luck.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would ever get that good at it. I could see myself going up to hunter for sure. I probably will at some point, but yeah, yeah, it works having no difficulty levels in Call of the Wild, and it works having difficulty levels in this game.
Hmm.
Whereas, how do you feel now that we're talking about it, how do you feel about difficulty levels in the FromSoft games or not having them? Do you have a
Which
big
games we talking about?
Well, okay, so like for me, I Elden Ring is the only FromSoft game I've ever played, and I only got it
Mm.
because like I've been kind of following along. I've seen people play Dead Soul. I mean, what is it?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, and Sekiro. Like Sekiro, I was like, that looks interesting, and then it's like that looks too hard. Like I don't think I
Now,
could. I don't think I could do that. But then something about Elden Ring made me feel like I could do that, and I could. and
as far as the
I
Dark Souls franchise goes, the third one is actually the easiest one.
Well, that's what I kind of gathered from the Elden Ring coverage is that all the things that they've learned through all of these games with the spirit ashes that you can use to help you out,
Mm-hmm.
leveling up, learning your powers, I guess, what you can do. Um like the stronger you get, the easier the game gets, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um and they don't make it
Dark
easy.
Souls doesn't do that. I can tell you it now.
Okay, because like with in Elden Ring, granted it was kind of difficult to find the things I needed at some point to get it to like my weapon to the highest level. Um but um but yeah, I mean, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like it, unlike other games, the FromSoft games, they definitely don't tell you like, all right, you need to go to this point and get this item, and then your weapon will be improved immensely, or your character will be improved. No, you just kind of randomly find shit, and you're like, and you kind of figure out like, oh, I go to mines to find the stones and things like that, but like you'll just randomly get like a weapon that is good for you, I guess. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you can find a good what do they call it? What do wizards, sorcerers use? Wands?
Oh, wands,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can find a good wand, but if you're not using that sort of build, it doesn't do you any good. But
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, there's anyways, like so I feel like a developer should make a game that they want to make and how they want to make it. They don't need, and sure, maybe it would be more accessible to a larger audience if there was an easy mode, but I don't think From Software should be under any obligation to do that if they don't want to do that. And it's not discriminatory and it's not anything. It's just, um, I yeah, I just because and I've heard other people say this, and I have to agree with this sentiment, which is when I killed like a dragon in Elden Ring
Mm-hmm.
or killed other like bosses, like okay, so the dragon actually was easy by the time I got to it, but there were other bosses where it took me 3, 4, 5 tries, but when I did it, it was like yes, like that
That rush.
endorphin rush, yeah, of like accomplishing something that was really difficult. It that's the worth of it. That's why you don't have the difficulty sliders, because you kind of have to figure out how to beat the boss. And there's not like there's one way, because like I said, you could have a different type of build and you can use the spirit ashes or you don't have to use the spirit ashes. There's you can make the game easy or harder on yourself how you play it, and like I said, when you finally overcome this obstacle that seems so impossible, that's the juice of the game.
Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't played Elden Ring yet. That's another one I haven't gotten yet. But I'm getting into Dark Souls 3, and I tell you what, it ain't easy.
Yeah, no, I get you. Like again, even though I've played Elden Ring, I don't think I want to go back. I mean, even it's pretty universal that Sekiro is the hardest. But that's
Careful, there's deer right in front of you. That's what I'm.
oh, okay. I'm gonna stop moving then. I can't even see or hear him. Oh, I didn't have my 100 cents on. I forget when you fast travel, it cancels 100 cents. Um, but there's something about Sekiro that really entices me. But it's one of those things. It's hard for me to commit to it because it could literally be too hard for me. I forgot I had that second tier. I figured I might as well try to use the deer collar to see if it helped. Oh, you took a shot at something. Did you get it?
Yeah, I hit it.
Animal animations. How do you feel about them?
Dude, what I just seen now was amazing.
Yep, yep,
I sat there and I watched it. And I did use the higher caliber because it was like a 200 some yard shot.
yep. And you want to make sure it
And I
goes
just
down.
seen the spray.
Yeah. And the jump. I love how you can tell from their different reactions
Mm-hmm.
how good your shot is. And then also
I
too.
actually seen the blood spray on that one, so I'm like, yeah, okay.
And I like too how like sometimes you'll stagger them. They'll like fall down and get up, and then sometimes they kind of. Well, I guess that would be like a knockdown, but then sometimes they sort of stagger and their front legs sort of splay out, and then when they go off, like if they just sprint off, you're like, oh, that wasn't a good hit. But if they kind of trot off with their head down, you're like, okay, that one's gonna go down. It might take a while, but like that's you know that's gonna be a kill shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you drop them right there, that's the best.
Oh, yeah, I got this one good. I
Yeah,
said I
see,
didn't get it good.
yeah. Here's a trail here. Oh, I hear some growling. Maybe it's a badger, I guess, because I can't think of anything.
Yeah, badger.
I was gonna say I can't think of anything in this area that would growl. other than a badger.
It's saying
Oh,
it
here,
wasn't a good hit.
here you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I hate when it says like animal survived,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh well. But what is cool is like you might find it later, and you'll be like, oh, 2 shots or 3 shots. And you're like, oh, that's the one that I shot, and it
Mm-hmm.
got away.
The thing is though, I seen the blood splatter. That's what makes no sense to me.
Oh, right. And what did it say at that initial? Did it say animal survived, or did it just say it could take a while?
Yeah, it said the animal survived.
Oh.
I shot it with a higher caliber too.
Yeah,
The
that
thing.
is. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing too. That I think it's just like at the beginning of Call of the Wild. You take shots and you're like, well, that looked like a good shot. The reaction was good. All that stuff, but then you're like, where did it? You're like, I don't understand. Why did it not die?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a very the feeling. The feelings that I felt at the beginning of this game, it was exactly identical to Call of the Wild. It, you know, I guess you could say a steep learning curve, even if you've played another hunting game, or I guess like you hunted in real life. I think it's fair to say it's got a steep learning curve.
It does.
But it was the exact same feeling I got from Call of the Wild, and I have a feeling this game will not ever get as easy as Call of the Wild.
No,
But
I don't see this game getting any easier anytime soon.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is very focused on realism.
Mm-hmm. The Hunter Call of the Wild was going to go full focus on realism, but they started listening to other people saying, oh, this is too hard, and then they toned it down.
Yeah. Well, I excuse me. I'm of kind of two minds, and probably a little bit different from you in the sense that as like not a real life hunter. Like okay, so I didn't really notice the arcadiness of Call of the Wild, and um,
Mm-hmm.
and but I will say this: I kind of feel like those COD players that complain about SBMM, where
Mm-hmm.
like if you're coming home from work and you only have like an hour, I was gonna say an hour to kill. uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, Call of the Wild, it's nice that you can just pop in and in an hour. Now sometimes, every once in a while, it'll be like a dud, like you won't see anything. But most of the times, you can get like 10 animals in an hour
Mm-hmm.
fairly easily,
Now,
and that's
when
nice,
Call of the Wild was first introduced, they still had the Diamond Trophy system, right?
right?
But in order to get a diamond, you had to build your consecutive harvest up.
Right.
If you seen a potential diamond animal, you left it alone until you knew for certain
Yes, that's
that you
right.
had enough consecutive.
That's right. That's because if it was less than 100%, it affected the trophy rate. I remember that. Okay, so that was
They took that out.
I kind of vaguely remember that now. What you're saying about taking that out, because like I said, I got it in 2019, and it was still in there like that. Because even last night I was
2020 is when they took it out.
okay. Because last night, after like I noticed that I had gotten okay, so I hadn't played the map in a while, so my consecutive harvest was at 0, and I noticed it got up to I want to say it was like 40 or 60, and then my next kill I just like went through I went to the where you see that information, but I forgot to look at consecutive kill. and then I realized, oh well, you know what? It kind of doesn't really matter. It's just personal because it doesn't affect the trophies anymore. But yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
And that's what aggravated me the most. That they took something like that out.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, there's mule deer across the way. There's a 2-star. He's resting.
That's the one I hit before.
Oh, dude. I hate it when they're. Oh, is that a doe in front of it though? No, no, it's behind. I think the doe is behind it. But I hate taking the shots when they're on the ground like that. Oh, here's another 2-star, mature, standing up. Oh, they're both mature. But one, oh, now that one's standing up.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, now they're both in where I'm standing. They're both in perfect position. Well, the one, okay, he's almost
That one
into the
is
trees.
there.
Oh, there's one on the ground too. That's a 1-star young. He straightened out, but he's trotting. Oh, head down, head down. I think that might be like an artery shot or something.
What I'm thinking.
All right.
He switched position on me just as I was fired.
Oh man, did you leave a mark where you hit him? Cause
I left a mark in the area.
Okay, cool. All right. I wonder why they don't let us see each other's marks in either game, because that would be.
They do now in Hunter.
Oh, do they?
They go and change the setting.
Okay, so it was right around this area, wasn't it?
I'm back just a little bit.
Oh, is this the trail? Oh, yep. Here's some blood right here. Okay, so there's one here. So it came from this direction.
Right here's the blood. Air bubbles.
Oh yeah, there it is, right there. Okay, yeah, but that animal's gonna go down. And yeah, see how it makes that line? You can see it pulsing. And that's a good amount of drops. I mean, dripping. Oh, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Because sometimes if it's...
That's good splatter.
Yeah. And it's constant. So it makes like a really easy to track trail. Oh, went into water.
Lovely.
Oh, snap. Wait, is this... No, I think it turned left. Yep, here's blood. And it looks like it went up. Back into the... Oh, maybe because the water... Maybe it couldn't cross that water.
It's like, yeah, I'm too hurt for that.
Oh, here's some blood. Oh, I see it.
Missed the blood on the tree.
And see, it says to me, this harvest doesn't belong to you.
Oh, right. I got the left lung.
And that really wasn't that far. Was that the same one that you shot earlier? Does it have 2 shots?
I thought it was. No, it's only got the one.
All right. Even better. I did notice... Will it let me do it on yours? If you... Oh. Did you pick it up?
I claimed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the animals in this game are hollow, too. Just like in Call of the Wild. One of these days, I'm gonna find.
Don't surprise me.
One of these days, I'm gonna find one that has guts.
That was a good shot. I'm getting better at my shots.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was not expecting that, but yeah, there is a getting used to how you where on the animal to shoot.
And when they go to move on you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting at $1,000. I need like 12,000 right now for a rifle and a scope.
Are the prices realistic? There's a need zone
On
up
the
here to the
rifles,
left.
yes. On the scopes, no.
Okay.
They actually compromised. They actually made the rifles a little cheaper and made the scopes a little more, so it balanced it out.
Gotcha.
See,
And I guess it's also part of the difficulty, right? Because
mhm,
you need a better scope just to shoot better, right? You know, from farther distances
to
or
get a better zoom and everything, yeah.
right. And so yeah, so you got to earn the money to get there.
What's I say?
Mule deer for me. But they're all
Yeah, rare eating.
yeah, because they say almost never for like every need zone I found
Often eaten.
often.
Right here.
Let's see for me, almost never for pheasant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost never for me. Oh, that's right. Um, I'm sure it's not going to be a high priority, but when you're ready to shoot geese, get the 22. Buy the 22.
Yeah, I see that 22.
It's so great because for some reason the geese are the biggest pain in the ass for me to get with a shotgun. But yeah,
Michael's clearing.
I want to say from about 150 meters, maybe 200, you can use a 22 on the geese, and it just makes the whole thing a lot easier. The pheasants, surprisingly enough, are fairly easy
I'll do it here.
to get for some reason for me. And they don't go that far off when you what is it called when you get them to flush? Is that what it is? You flush them out of.
Yeah, they flush.
They don't go that far.
No, pheasants never do.
The other thing too is that's hard with the shotguns is your range. It's really difficult to
Gauge that
yeah.
range.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like sometimes I'll get a kill further away than I thought, and then other times it's kind of like, and not being able to see the spread. You know, you think you're on target, but you're not. It's really weird. And I haven't really used much buck or birdshot in Call of the Wild. I usually just use the slugs, to be honest with you, when I use a shotgun for bigger
Now, I've
game.
used birdshot, buckshot, and slug in real life. I'll tell you, you don't realize, but it's almost impossible to see a spread with birdshot.
I can imagine at the speed and the size of the pellets.
Kind of looking like black powder almost.
Yeah.
But instead, it's birdshot.
Right. Like you mean like a cloud?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that I've ever seen an actual literal shotgun shot. So I don't know what that would.
Now, slugs, you can kind of gauge where the slug's going if you're quick enough to watch it.
Right, right. Because it's not a
That's
tracer,
why-
but like a tracer,
No.
you could kind of.
That's why a lot of your shotgun users will shoot a shotgun both eyes open.
Oh.
One eye
Hey,
is
there's
looking
a-
at the bead.
There's a tower, a hunting tower over there to your left if you haven't already claimed it.
I haven't. A lot of it's very difficult to understand how it works, but a a lot of your hunters will use one eye to keep an eye out at the bead of the rifle or the shotgun and be watching that it's pointing at the animal, and they'll actually use their secondary eye to watch the spread to see if it's
Gotcha.
actually going to hit.
Yeah. It's a talent or whatever that you
Or it's
learn.
an extreme talent.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say when you were talking about the bird shot. Is like you'd have to be like a professional baseball player because you know how they can see the threads on the ball as
Mm-hmm.
it's pitched to them. Oh, good. It's that. No, no. Yeah. See, here's another thing. It's not letting me climb ladders in this game. Like I try, it wouldn't even let me touch the
That's
ladder.
weird.
Or now what? Now I'm like, I can't even. Man, I'm like just moving forward. Okay. Can you see me at all? Oh, this is very disturbing for me. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
fast travel back to this camp.
Found some badgers over there. I don't understand why it's doing that to you in this game.
Yeah, just whatever. Internet, multiplayer stuff, server stuff. I don't
Might be
know.
my internet. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I don't know if the game is peer to peer or server side.
Because you got to create a server, from what I've seen,
Right,
that
right.
bases it off of your internet.
Okay. Yeah. Who knows? Well, that.
Maybe my own internet's not doing the best, because I know I've had trouble out of it.
Well, the thing. I tell you what, we can test it next week because I definitely want to know what you think after a week playing the game. I have a feeling.
Okay.
I have a feeling that some of your thoughts may change, maybe not. But that's what's going to be interesting about it. And also by then, I assume you might have played the other map. Maybe not, because these maps are huge. um,
I logged into the other map and I was unable to actually get any um, missions at
got,
all. I
got
went and looked all around the
the lodge.
lodge and had no missions.
Okay. Because I don't recall there. I don't think there are any at the main lodge. I think you need to go to the surrounding lodges in each region and the campsites. Because yeah, there isn't like an overarching story like in the main or starter map. Um,
Gotcha.
um, but anyways, what I was gonna say was that yeah. So next time we'll just put it to the test. I'll invite you to my map, and we'll just
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. And then you can invite me to your map the time after that and see what happens.
I swear the badgers sound absolutely mean on here.
Wait, what was that?
The badgers, the way they
Oh,
sound, they
yeah.
sound absolutely mean.
Yes, yes. Well, last night I when I got my diamond roe deer, so I was at a body of water on the kind of northwest side of the map that I don't know that I've ever really spent that much time on before. Um, and anyway, so I saw this roe deer, and it was I think I had just gotten a silver, and it was about a 60 rating, and this one was about 72, I think. And I thought, well, that might be gold. And I shot it, and it was like almost exactly 300 meters away. And and then I saw, and it was at a drinking zone, and so then I saw a couple females, and then I saw another male that was rated as a 90. I thought, ooh, that's got to be gold. So I don't know what spooked it, but it got into a fleeing state, and then it got down to a nervous state, and it stopped running, and it stood still long enough for me to shoot it, and it was about 240 meters. And when I got up to it, I was like, all right, this one's got to be gold. And I was completely shocked to find that it was actually a diamond. And and I went to go claim the and this is my point of all of this is I went to go claim the other one, which I want to say was silver. Not that it matters, but I was like, I was in the menu for something. I know what it was. It was like, I can't believe that other one was a diamond, and I was gonna go back to the hunter, the recent kills, to confirm it to my mind that it was actually, yeah, it was a diamond. When I heard, "Arr, arr," and I was like, wolf. It was like it was a silver, because I killed it, but it was just shocking. I was like, whoa. But that's what you're saying with the badgers. To me, sound like the wolves in Call of the Wild.
Mhm. So, interesting little bit of information. Do you remember the worst bug they ever had on Call of the Wild?
I don't. I have no idea what you would be. What that would even be. Oh wait, maybe was it flying away? Things flying away?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, then I would
No.
not. I have no idea what you're about to say.
They had a bug to where female moose could reach diamond status.
Oh, I vaguely kind of remember seeing something about that. That is
You
weird.
could shoot a female moose and get a diamond. No
Huh.
other female could get diamond.
Interesting. I wonder what would happen, like, say, if you taxied one and put it in your lodge. Were you able to? Was it, or did they adjust when they fixed it? Did they adjust that?
I don't know of anybody that actually kept one in the lodge, so I don't know.
Gotcha. That would be interesting. Either or, kind of like an upside down stamp, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just found some water that's hard to cross.
yeah, it's like, I know that it's so weird. In Call of the Wild, you're like, oh, water. There's no way I can cross it. Here, you're like, what? I can't cross?
Mm-hmm. Just a touch too deep. Now, I do remember a glitch they used to have. They would make you respawn, but there was a certain way that you could get a four-wheeler to explode. It would put you in the air, and you could actually look like you're walking on air
Oh,
with your rifle
yeah.
out. and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I remember that too. I remember that, like, launching yourself off into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Cause there were like certain, I want to, like high points, and if you drove your ATV off of it, you would just launch off like a rocket, and then you could walk in the sky. I don't remember if you could shoot anything from the sky, because State of Decay 2 had something like that, but you could shoot down on things.
I'm not sure. I never remember trying, to be honest with you.
What, in State of Decay?
Oh, no,
Call of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did
I
fix
never
it in
realized
State
you
of
could
Decay.
shoot down on things on State of Decay too.
Yeah,
They've got that game downloaded too.
Yeah, they fixed that. You know, it's funny. That's a game that, in fact, that game is the reason why I got an Xbox, and I hate it now. I can't. I hate that game. I used to love it, but I put in over 1,000 hours, but I just don't think Undead Labs really understand how to make a satisfying difficulty. If that makes sense. And
Yeah. I know they put in the lethal and nightmare, and I tell you what, ain't no way.
yeah, not without
I,
a lot of frustration. It can be done, but it's like just lazy difficulty stuff. Like, okay, well, now it's 3 screamers and 3 bloaters, and now they're blood things and 3 ferals, and you might get like a single feral and a pack of ferals, and then and like now ferals don't make noise when they attack, so you'll just be standing there and trying to take a shot on something, and then you'll get tackled by a feral that you had no idea was anywhere near. Anyways, yeah, to me, it's almost like if you want to make pool, shooting pool harder, just have people throw randomly pool balls at you while you're trying to take your shot. It's like, yeah, it makes the game harder. Does it make it fun? Oh! Do you must have seen them, but yeah, there's some animals over there. What are they?
yeah,
Oh, they're
there's some deer.
pheasants. They're pheasants. Oh,
Oh, I'm on deer.
you see deer? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. Where?
164 yards in front of me. Trying to
Okay, where?
mosey up a little bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're looking far to the right of where I was looking. I still can't see them, but I know you're not hallucinating.
The water in front of me, they're just across the water.
Still,
Let's grab this.
still don't have eyes on them, but that doesn't matter. Oh, no, that's not. That was just grass moving. Huh. Oh, I see them now. Okay. Are they both females? Oh, no, there's a male.
There goes a male. I know I hit him, but I don't know how well I hit him.
Oh, there goes another male.
Oh, he's
2
dropping
star.
his head.
Okay, good sign.
Boy, the way he bucked up, though. I don't know if I got him good or not. He jumped both feet off the air, took off running, and he's like, whoa, what hit me? Oh, I love that animation.
Yeah, well, it's funny where Call of the Wild,
It looks good.
has the advantage of time. It's been around for so long that it has so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one has the advantage as being later, and I think the animals look a little better and they move a little better. They react a little better.
They got some better animations.
I wonder
I
too.
think I may have hit a rib.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty steady flow of blood.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, do you think they would put out a Call of the Wild 2, or do you think they could?
They've actually got another Call of the Wild game out.
Is that the fishing one?
Mm-hmm. They've released it.
Okay, so I thought I saw something that I thought, for some reason, I thought it was I didn't watch the video, but I thought it was like an older Call of the Wild, but it's newer. Whoop. What's
See,
this? Oh, here's
the hunter Call of the
I see
Wild.
a butt, a mule deer butt sticking out of the bushes over there.
Female, calm.
Oh, just turned. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah,
Wait.
she started
Wait a
walking
second.
off.
Wait a second. You know what? I've got this. Let's see if we can't bring something in. It might be too late now, but
Oh, pinged quite a few. There's a 2-star male in there.
Oh, I forgot. I don't want to do the double up. Because one thing I did learn is when you do a call, it'll give you that bar on the bottom and a triangle that moves. And when it gets to the thick part of the bar, you want to wait till that area before you use the call again. Or, I mean, I saw that in a video, so take that for what you will. But it makes sense. Like, why would the bar be different if it?
It's actually another way of making it realistic, because if you're doubling up on calls, the deer knows, hey, it's not a person.
Oh, that one's calm. Okay, I'm gonna hit the call again because it's halfway through. See if that. Do you have eyes on them? I'm just getting the audio symbol.
I'm seeing them go on to the south side. They're going up over the hill, some of them.
Okay, because they're. I wonder if they're too far away to hear the call. We might as well.
All right, let's crouch down and.
You know, I think I might try to go. Well, you know, I'm. Also, same thing with Call the Wild. The audio indicator isn't necessarily a good location device.
No, even in real life.
Because it lingers.
You can hear an animal and you get a general idea of where it's located, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, the audio indicator will linger well after the animal has gone away.
Mm-hmm. It's the echo effect.
And then you said that they traveled south?
Yeah, more south.
Okay. Well, we might as well follow this blood trail. Because you don't want to...
Decent.
Oh, here he is! He's right here!
Nice. Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah. And that... Yeah, that had to be at least an artery shot, if not an organ shot.
It was, I hit the rib bone, but I hit him in the lung.
Okay.
It actually penetrated into the lung.
Yeah. All right.
If I would have been 2 inches back, 2 inches down, I would have heart shot him.
Oh, man. And it's a 2-star?
That was a 2-star, yep.
All right. So now I guess we want to head south?
Yeah, more south. Yep, they went up over this ridge here.
And this is what is kind of annoying, because until you can get to a point that you can see over the ridge, you've got a pretty good chance of spooking them without even knowing that they're there.
Especially with their wind direction.
Okay. Well, I think the wind direction's good for us. It's blowing, what? Southwest? No, northeast?
Southwest.
Yeah, it's blowing southwest, yeah.
And we're heading southeast.
And so that's good for us. It's not exactly left to right, but it's basically left to right. Oh, wait, to our right. I see him.
Yep. Ooh, it's a 2-star right there. Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah, I was going to say there were I saw two 2-stars in that group.
That's a 1-star.
Yeah, the young one.
That 2-star is huge.
Yeah, there was a young 1-star, which you want to leave alone, and a mature 2-star. Okay, he looks like...
That mature 2-star is 300 yards out.
Okay. If you want, you might be able to crawl or crouch up a little closer.
He's moving.
I'm gonna hit the collar again. Maybe. Yeah. See, he just looked. He might come. Oh, he's turning. Oh no, he turned back.
Go.
He turned back.
Another one I got marked.
Okay, I don't have my.
160 yards out.
Oh, they're going away. They're moving away.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna put my collar.
He's still there though.
No, I don't want to hit it again. Well, I'm just in the thick part, so I'm gonna do it. See what happens. But that's what I mean. Like I saw him look over in this direction when I hit it. I don't think I'm gonna hit it again. I think they're gonna be too far away to be any good. But they're just walking. They're not running away. Yeah, you know, for a 2-star, that's a pretty good-looking buck. I mean, if you were to tell me that's a 4-star, I'd believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are they doing?
They're just kind of chilling right there.
Yeah. Oh, now they're moving on. I guess we should just creep up behind them.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna mark the general area they were in,
Well, that's a good idea.
and I'm going to actually ease a little bit out of the wind. That's the trouble. They actually could smell us.
Oh, that's smart. Kind of a flanking move.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Badger tracks.
I didn't even think to look at the map. Although it's not showing our scent. Usually on the map, there's like a purple cloud that you can see.
If you zoom in real close, I
Y-
can see it.
Yeah, see, I can't, and I'm zoomed in as close as I can get. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, for whatever reason, the game is kind of glitchy on my end. It's fine, not a big deal.
Uh,
Especially since you can see it.
mule deer. It was showing their wind. Their scent was right in their nose.
Gotcha. Oh, what is that? It's calm.
Mm-hmm. They're right there in that tree line.
Oh yeah, they haven't moved. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the collar again. Oh, is that the buck coming at us? No, that's a female. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the collar.
Right there's where the male is. He is due south. One star perked up and started moving.
Yeah, well, this does say low fitness males, so that's probably why. I thought the 2-star would be low fitness enough to be attracted.
Oh, he's turning and looking at me.
I was gonna say that because I've with the moose collar, it definitely will attract the low fitness male moose.
He's calm, but he's looking this way.
Can I hit it again?
Can't tell if that's his ass or his head.
That's not good.
There we go. Now I can see what's going on. He's easing back in the tree line again.
All right. I guess yeah. I was gonna say we should probably keep moving around to the right, because we'll probably catch him on the other side of the tree line. I hope.
I've actually, if I sit right here, I've got a shot on him.
Okay.
I don't know how good of a shot, but let's try it. Saying 160. Oh, you would move. Alright, let's ease on around the tree line here.
Oh, by the way, how you liking season 2 of MW2?
It's okay.
You know, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I mean, honestly, I'm kind of thinking of uninstalling it just because, you know, it's the weirdest thing. I really like the game, and I've had a lot of fun, but it's just boring.
It's getting that way, y'all.
I can't put my finger on it, you know. I And it's like,
Yeah, they did introduce this thing called Path of Ronin.
huh?
It's basically once you get it fully unlocked, they haven't done everything with it yet. They've only got like half of it unlocked right now.
Right.
You get a crossbow, which they're bringing the
Okay,
crossbow back.
that's right. I do remember seeing something about that. Um, but yeah, and the really funny thing is that this is only the second Call of Duty I've ever played, and I was really just starting to get the hang of it. I was doing perfectly fine, not super great, but I was getting like double digit kills, getting
Hmm.
um, positive KDs. Uh,
Alright, we are now out of their wind and they're still in that tree
I
line.
know, I know. I'm gonna try the collar again. See, I think we might need to go all the way past the tree line, and hopefully they'll come out the other side.
They're actually coming out now a little bit. I'm gonna get by this rock here.
Okay. I wish I could flip between my binoculars and my call easier.
There's the 1 star.
Oh, I see him now. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, and they're only like 100 meters away too. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go back to the collar. See if we can't draw them out. And these guys are being difficult. I heard something grunting. I thought I did, anyways. Now they're going back the. Oh my god, these deers. They're pissing me off. Okay, there's the 1 star.
Two
Oh,
stars
well,
up front.
that's a 1 star adult. It's not even a young one. This. Oh,
2 stars coming around the pine tree here, so I'm gonna have to ease this way.
yep, I see them. Oh yeah, you shouldn't have to go that far. Oh yeah, they're just eating. Oh, now the doe got in front of it, bitch. Oh, there's another 2 star, I think.
I got the 2 star I'm after right up here.
Oh yeah, no, that's the
And
one
it
star
goes.
adult that's closer. Yeah, the 2 star is kind of behind all the rest of the herd. Okay, I'm gonna try the collar again. See if we can't separate them a little bit.
Yeah, cause he's like right there.
Oh my God! Yes, yeah, yeah. Keep going your way. You should be able to get a kind of a 70-degree angle on it.
If he will stop, I've got him right where I want. But he ain't gonna stop, so I'm gonna have to keep on moving.
Oh, the doe, one of the does. No, he's still going. All right, I'm gonna try the collar again. Oh, yeah, I definitely heard something.
I've got him alerted.
Okay. Oh my God! From where I'm at, it was a great shot. Perfect. I could get a perfect lung shot.
I got him.
Okay.
Think.
Oh, now that doe is walking in front of it. Probably a bit clear for you now.
Yep.
Okay, now I got him at like what is that, 100? I can't tell. It fluctuates between 130 and, yeah, now he's at 299.
Where'd he go?
He's behind that big rock. It's coming out of it for me right there. I do miss the spotting, which again, like I said, I know it goes
Okay.
into the realism.
There he is. He's
He's eating.
stopped moving.
I
Pull
can't.
this out. Okay, he's still good.
Oh, he just took a step. If it's the same one I'm looking at. Yep, you got him. He bucked, but his head's up still. Oh, he's sprinting. Yeah, that may not have been a great shot. Is that a badger?
It looked like a good shot. Yeah, there's badgers right in the area. It looked a little low, but it looked good. It looked like it was towards his heart. Oh yeah, I got him good. I thought.
Nope.
Clear blood. Animal survived.
Right.
Lovely.
Well, we should be able to track him. I was gonna say he definitely bucked, but then he ran away pretty easily. You know, head up.
You're not even seeing any more blood.
Let me see. They kind of went off in that direction. What is that? East, southeast ish. Okay,
I got northeast.
where's the original blood trail?
Back here. Yeah.
I don't see it. The trail, I mean.
I don't either.
Okay, let's see.
It's just a walk path.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, here's a need zone and that walk path. It really makes it difficult when you've got all that stuff going on
Mm-hmm.
to find. Okay, here we go. All right, so blood, and then
I
wait.
don't even see you. Where'd you go?
Let's see. Where are you? I don't see you either. I went back to the original shot where you hit
back
it.
here.
Oh, here you go.
There you are.
Yeah, because see, with all these other like need zones and things flashing, it's hard to pick out the blood trail. But here you go. Oh my god! And then it just goes cold here, from here.
Mm-hmm. This is the direction he's going in.
Nope, tracks. Yeah, it just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, that's what sucks. Like if you ran through this need zone and it's in the need zone, it's really hard to tell. Well, here's that trail again. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, I have no idea. Oh well. I mean, it's like real hunting, right?
Mm-hmm. I do have a thing to explore in this direction. It's about 100 yards out. Question mark on my Map, I should say.
All right. It's probably a campsite, I would guess, if I remember correctly. But those are always good to get because I remember on my map, yeah, we're right by a campsite.
Oh,
I heard some noise. I saw some noise.
mule deers. They're heading southeast.
All right, yeah. Well, they're heading to the campsite, or I mean, they're probably just past the campsite. But yeah, if you keep heading that
Yep.
direction, you'll hit it.
Yep, campsite.
Oh, I can see the smoke blowing off of it too. That's another neat thing about Mad Max is like you'll be just driving around through the desert, and you'll see like smoke, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's got to be a place."
Time of day is at 10:37. Okay. You can actually sleep at the campsite, by the way.
Yes, you can. Also, real quick before you do that, do you have like you'll find tasks? Oh, that's right. It's in the single game. But if you come to the campsite, you'll find a task or two on the map. And I think if you is there
That
like
map updated.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, I've got question marks.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say I think if you click on the map, it'll reveal locations.
I've got another question mark. Restriction.
And let me tell you
And
this,
it's towards.
I don't remember if you ever told me this or not, but like in both games, the first thing I do, I don't even care about spooking animals. I get in my Jeep or my ATV and I hit every single question mark in every single camp and to get it I like to get all of that revealed. Oh, they're right down there. You probably
Yep, I just spooked them.
And see, 1 second ago we had no idea they were there. But anyways, yeah, it's because I like to have all of my fast travel points unlocked before I do my my serious hunting, I guess. I mean, I hunt along the way. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, when that's my first.
I always recommend
first
to do
priority.
at least the first mission in each map.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
On the hunter especially, because if you're new to it, the first mission always gives you two things. An outpost and a tower.
Right, right. And well, you know what? One thing I have noticed in the later DLCs, you'll have to tell me about the Louisiana and the El Arroyo, but they stopped doing like really story missions, and they were just kind of like guide missions. They just take you around
Yeah.
the map. They don't really
Um,
have a story anymore, and the stories were always so dark. Like
the desert map is the last actual story map.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, in Savannah, it's like poachers kill the last rhino on the reserve, and you go find its carcass, and you're like, and all they did was cut off its horn, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And then the one in Cuatro Colinas, they're trying to, they put, genetically mutated wolves with rabies on the map to lower the cost of the value of the reserve so the corporation can buy it up. And they killed the wolves, killed the mom and dad.
I think it was Silver Ridge.
Is that the bear?
The one with the one with the fire.
With the bear, right? And they attack the documentary filmmaker, the college filmmakers or something like that.
Maybe.
Is that what? And there was another
all
one.
The details.
There was another film one in what is that? Yeah. Because they make a small reference, inferring that it's like the Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. I didn't care for that storyline.
Yeah. And you know what? I almost went to Te Aurora last night. But, yeah, I mean, I have to do it at some point. But I don't recall that map being all that interesting.
It wasn't.
I mean, like all the maps, it's beautiful, but yeah, I don't recall it being. I remember going on one of the missions involved a moose, but
Mm-hmm.
but beyond that, I don't really remember any of the animals on it. I know there's some birds. I think I saw there were red deer on it, and then like I said, I ultimately it's like, well, you know what? I want wolves and I want red deer, so I went to Cuatro Colinas. But oh, that was the other thing too. I think I came to the realization that of all the maps, Leighton Lakes might be my very favorite of all. Of
The old original.
yeah, I mean, as far as like having everything, I mean, I like Silver Lakes. I like Verhonga. Um,
See, Ranga is the map I do not like at all.
oh my God,
I do not like the. Don't like the African map at all.
dude, you know what? You're hunting it wrong. Let me tell you, this is what you need to do. All you need is your Magnum 300 and just go hunt Cape Buffalo on the ground where they are in the trees. Man, it is some of the most fun, exciting hunting that you can do in
If
the
you
game.
think the water buffalo were fun there, you should have seen the bison when they first introduced
I
it.
remember. I remember we did talk about that.
Dude, that was hunting. That was actual hunting.
I do wish I had experienced that because I love the Cape Buffaloes, hunting them on. In fact, those were amongst my first diamonds. Were some Cape Buffalo on that map. Now, Parque Fernando, one came into one of my outpost buildings. You know where you sleep. It got
Hmm.
past the doorway. I killed it in the main front room of. I was like, "What the?" That was my first encounter with those buffaloes too. I was like, "What the
My
hell?"
first encounter with the bison, I remember so well. I was like, oh, look, a bison. I got down, and I was stalking it a little bit. Took a shot on it,
And it came
and my
for
shot
you.
wasn't the greatest. It came for me, and so did 5 other ones.
Yeah.
It's hard to take down
Yes.
bison at one
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's harder than taking on a pack of wolves. I would rather take on a pack of wolves.
So you know how the wolves will attack?
Wait.
That's the way the bison used
Yeah.
to attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how the Cape Buffalo. I think they toned down the Cape Buffalo too.
They actually toned down the bison so much that they done away with the attack.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, you can spook them, and they might run like the bear attack you, but they kind of when they're trying to get away from you, and if they because the hitboxes are weird in
Well,
that
like where
game.
this stands located.
Yeah, that's another thing about the game. The hunter stands in this game are actually usable.
Hmm. You don't have to purchase them, just like you don't have to purchase ammo.
Right. But on top of that, they're actually placed in a way that you can actually shoot something.
Hmm. See, the thing is they have redone the population so much that their hunting stands are no longer viable. It used to actually work,
Really? Because I remember early on I got
but
a cut
the
on on Leighton Legs. I got maybe Hirschfelden. I was like, oh, a stand, but or whatever, a hunter blind, but man, it was like no good to me.
about
The angles weren't good. It was just
probably like the fourth update, the stands become useless.
yeah, and then I saw something
That's sad to say.
online that said like don't even waste your money on setting those
Hmm.
things up because they're just It's not a good way to spend your money.
No, they're pointless now.
Alrighty, dude. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for myself. Um,
Yep, I'm about to go for supper myself.
man, I am really glad that because I was dying to know what your thoughts were on the game, and I'm really dying to know what your thoughts are going to be a week from now. Um,
Dude, it's
predictions.
interesting.
Predictions. What do you think? How do you think things are going? Is this like a game that you're gonna play for a long time? Are you gonna get the DLC maps?
I truly and hopefully plan on getting the DLC maps. I
And
do really enjoy this game so far.
and the other thing too, you know what will be interesting? If like say, because I got the Elite Edition, so I'll get the next two maps for free, or built into the price. It'll be interesting to
Hmm.
see if they'll allow you to play on my DLC map, or if they're gonna insist on each player having the DLC to play on the map. Because that's a
Yeah, that's gonna
genius
be
move. That's a
interesting.
genius move for Call of the Wild to let you play on maps that you don't own. And
Hmm.
you don't even have to have a friend. You can just join a map and try it out. And I really hope this game does something like that. Because I don't see it. I only see positives of doing that, you know. Um, but we'll see when we cross that bridge. And so,
That's an interesting little perk. I'm sitting here looking at the perks and figuring them all out.
right.
There's one that gives you 30% faster rate of life regeneration.
Oh, excuse me. I think that's the one if you fall a certain number of times.
Fall unconscious 10 times.
Yes. I don't know if if I've gotten that one complete. I'm at last I checked, I think I was at 6 or 7. Let's see here.
I've got 0 so far.
Yeah, well, it is what's the word? Yeah, I'm at 6. It's counterintuitive to what you like. Why?
Hmm.
Like, what good would that do? Like, how many times are you expecting me to fall unconscious, game, for it to be to be a perk? You know. Um, and yeah, it just doesn't seem like it. Like you know, eventually it will happen, and probably not even your. It won't even be your fault, honestly. Um, it'd probably be trying to climb something, and then you slip down, and you know how like when
So here is
you
my
slide.
14 uh, animals that I've gotten so far. Slew of badgers,
Yeah, from the very beginning, you have to get the badgers.
slew of mule deers. Hey, I got one decent whitetail.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was a mature. That was the artery hit, so it didn't give me a trophy rating.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean for the what? Wait, the animal doesn't have a trophy rating, or the kill doesn't have a trophy?
It doesn't have a star trophy rating on the crown underneath the crown.
Huh.
My best one so far looks like it's been 2 stars. I got a badger, mule deer, pheasant, a couple of mule deers.
And that's part of the thing that I do really like about the game, because yes, it's too early for you to see. I mean, you might see a 3 or 4 star here soon. Like, I have not seen a 5 star of anything on my maps,
I
but
seen
I'm seeing more and more 3 and 4 stars.
I seen my first 4 star lately.
And also too, as you branch out, excuse me, the different regions will have like the ones that have that are locked. Either you buy
Mm-hmm.
you buy the license, or you earn it through the story missions. They say that the higher uh, there's higher, better animals in those regions. I've got 2 unlocked on each map, but I don't haven't put enough time in to really notice if the animals are significantly better. I would imagine that they're at least 1 trophy rating higher than the other animals in the map. Would be my guess,
Quite possibly.
but I don't really know. But anyways, yeah, I'll wrap it up there, and we should try to do this next Saturday or Sunday. Get together again, and because like I said, I'd really like to know where you're at, what your thoughts are um,
Okay, yeah.
on how that goes.
About the same time Sunday sounds good to me.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well then I'll talk to y'all later.